Imagine a company that's hitting all its targets. Sales are up, efficiency metrics are soaring, and everyone is celebrating. Yet, beneath the surface, something feels off. Customer satisfaction is dropping, innovation is stagnating, and morale is surprisingly low. How can achieving every goal lead to such an unexpected decline? This puzzling phenomenon is often explained by a concept known as Goodhart's law. It's a principle that has profound implications for how we manage, measure, and motivate in business and beyond. Goodhart's law was formulated in 1975 by British economist Charles Goodhart. He observed it in the context of monetary policy, specifically regarding the Bank of England's attempts to control inflation. Goodhart noticed that when the government tried to control the economy by targeting a specific measure of money supply, that measure would inevitably start behaving erratically and lose its predictive power. The very act of targeting it changed its nature. His famous dictum is, "When a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure." This isn't just about economics, it's a fundamental truth about human behavior and systems. Think of it like this. A map is a representation of the territory, not the territory itself. If you start paving roads only where the map shows them, ignoring the actual terrain, your map becomes less useful for navigation. People will optimize for the map, not the real world. The law takes hold because people are rational, and they respond to incentives. When a metric is elevated to a target, people will naturally optimize their behavior to hit that number, often at the expense of the underlying goal the metric was supposed to represent. Consider a sales team given a strict quota: sell X units per month. On the surface, this sounds like a great way to boost revenue. But what happens? Salespeople might resort to aggressive tactics, selling unsuitable products, or offering excessive discounts just to hit their numbers. They focus on quantity over quality, leading to high churn, customer dissatisfaction, and ultimately, a damaged brand reputation. The target was met, but the true goal of sustainable revenue and happy customers was missed. Another common example is in call centers, where agents are often measured by average handling time, or AHT. The goal is to resolve customer issues efficiently. When AHT becomes a primary target, agents might rush calls, cut off customers, or provide incomplete solutions just to keep their average time down. This leads to frustrated customers, repeat calls, and a perception of poor service, undermining the very efficiency it aimed to create. In healthcare, a hospital might be incentivized to maintain high bed occupancy rates to maximize revenue or demonstrate efficiency. While high occupancy sounds good, if it becomes a hard target, it can lead to patients being discharged too early, delayed admissions, or a lack of beds for emergencies. This compromises patient care and creates bottlenecks, despite the numbers looking good on paper. Education is not immune. If a school's success is primarily measured by standardized test scores, teachers and administrators will naturally focus on teaching to the test. While scores might improve, students may miss out on broader learning, critical thinking skills, and a deeper understanding of subjects. The curriculum narrows, and the true goal of holistic education is diluted. Goodhart's law illustrates how a narrow focus on metrics can lead to unintended, often detrimental, consequences for an entire organization. It shifts focus from value creation to number chasing. It creates misaligned incentives, where individual or departmental goals diverge from the overall strategic objectives of the company. People are rewarded for hitting the target, not for doing what's truly best. When targets are gamed, it erodes trust within the organization. Employees may feel compelled to manipulate numbers, leading to a culture of cynicism and low morale. The focus shifts from desired outcomes, like customer satisfaction or innovation, to mere outputs, like units sold or calls handled. The what overshadows the why. So, how can organizations avoid falling victim to Goodhart's law? The first step is to always remember and articulate the true, underlying goal. Why are we measuring this in the first place? Instead of relying on a single, all-encompassing metric, use a balanced scorecard or a dashboard of diverse indicators. No single metric tells the whole story. Supplement quantitative data with qualitative insights. Customer feedback, employee surveys, and observational studies can provide crucial context that numbers alone cannot capture. Metrics and targets should not be set in stone. Regularly review their effectiveness and adapt them as circumstances change or as unintended consequences emerge. Be prepared to change what you measure. Promote a culture where learning and continuous improvement are valued over simply hitting numbers. Reward problem-solving and genuine value creation, not just compliance. Goodhart's law isn't an argument against using metrics. Metrics are essential tools for understanding performance and guiding decisions. The warning is against letting the tool become the master, against allowing a measure to distort the very reality it was meant to reflect. Use metrics wisely, and they can illuminate the path to true success.